These are randomly generated NHL players, and I will be selecting 20 of them to build a team. For today's challenge, I will only be able to see each individual player's clutch factor. Or game-winning goals, if you will. After I've made all my selections, we will assemble the team on NHL 25 and simulate with the hopes of winning a Stanley Cup. Side note, this Bender app now has a new home, and it has some new features as well. It has been highly requested to be able to see stats and select which stats to show, so that is now available. The link will be in the description. Now let's head over to NHL 25 and try to win the ultimate prize. It's time to draft some forwards, so let's do that. Actually, you know what? I just got a wacky, crazy idea. Let's draft some defensemen first today. Who says no? Our first set of defensemen, we got 21 game-winning goals. That is actually really good for a defenseman. Or they've just been around a long time and got kind of lucky. But, I mean, it's still better than 6-2. Then again, you could also have someone like Giordano, who's been around a long time, and then the 6 goals could be a rookie who is lighting it up. You never know. Personally, I'm going to take the risk right off the bat here, and we are going down the middle with 6. I mean, okay. It would have been nice to have Spurgeon, but Jake McCabe is pretty good. Another No, I don't trust like that. I'm not going to take the 6 again, and I'm not going to go with 2, but we are going to go with 8. What are the odds that we end up getting Jake McCabe again? We get Brandon Carlo. I don't even remember who the 2 was in the last one. Was it Carlo? It might have been. Either way, Keandre Miller, that's fire. I also forgot that we updated to use this year's stats, so we're going to see a lot of new things going on here. I'm sure of it. We're going back to the right. We're going with 7. Oh, yeah. How about Jacob? 7 game-winning goals. Jersey number 74. He's so close to being 72. Thomas Harley, I see you over there. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but we are still yet to win a Stanley Cup in NHL 25. But that changes today with the defenseman that has 20 game-winning goals. Drum roll, please. No, seriously, someone give me a drum roll. What is going on? Why do we keep getting Jake McCabe? Either way, we get Suter. I am going to be 100% honest with you. Didn't even know he was still playing. 2 more defender mans, and we are done. And maybe we'll even take goalies before forwards. We'll just get real crazy today. I am going to take the defender. We've already seen 8 and 6. I was going to risk it, but the amount of duplicates we've been seeing, nah. Give me 16. Is perfect any good? Is that what you're going for here? Because we just got Charlie McAvoy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually happy we started off with defensemen because this is going splendid. Our final defender is going... Well, no. We haven't taken anybody with 0 yet, so that's going to be a change of pace, but... Let's go with the middle one. Oh, it wasn't a duplicate. We could have gone with 16 and had Colton Parayko, but instead we get Bernard Docker, which, I mean, he's solid as well. So overall wise, probably not on Parayko's level, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm okay with this. We are drafting netminders first. 45 shutouts, you know, that is a number and a half. Just out of sheer curiosity, I'm going with the one on the left. Yo, when I woke up today, I did not think that this was going to be the day I won a Stanley Cup on NHL 25, but we just got Sergei Bobrovsky, and with this defensive core, I mean, come on. We are on one right now. Who's going to be the backup goaltender? There's no way we get someone better than Bob. We got a little bit of a count up here. 0, 4, and 8. Let's go with 4. I'm actually surprised this guy only has 4 shutouts. We get Stewie Decimal System, our backup in the Be a Pro, which makes no sense. Kochetkov on the right. Would have been cool, but it wasn't meant to be. 5 game-winning goals. I actually forgot what the category was. We're going to start off with the most on the right. We're going 12 GWG. That kind of sounds like a wrestling promotion. So not the best start to our forwards, but thankfully our defense and goaltending are unreal. We get Dvorak. 82 overall, maybe? I couldn't tell you. We definitely are seeing some new faces. 83 game-winning goals. How do I not go with them? Come on now. Yeah, that one checks out. Gino is clutch, especially when Sidney the Kidney goes down. This guy just turns into a whole other beast. So, considering we're probably not going to have Sidney on the team, not impossible, but the chances are low, maybe he's going to go sicko mode. Next up, we have... Ooh, some good options here. 16, 24, and 2. So I'm going to go ahead and rule out the one on the right. For some reason, the 16 is calling my name. So we are headed to the left. Well, that's a miss. And it's a brutal one. We could have had Kirill the Thrill. 24 game-winning goals. Instead, we get Bjorkstrand. He's decent, but he's not Kirill the Thrill. I'll tell you that for free. 5 game-winning goals, 16 and 12. We just took 16. I'm not falling for that trap. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, if I select the same player again, we have to go grab like a low 70 overall player from the AHL. So trying to avoid it at all costs. Give me the one on the right. What is going on with duplicates today? We get Bjorkstrand in the middle again. This time, we get Roy on the right. 12 game-winning goals. Roy, Wah, I don't know. I think it's different based on something. 15 game-winning goals. We are 1,000% going for 39. Ooh. That's interesting. We get Jonathan Marchessault, Mr. Conn Smythe himself. Troy Terry on the left, Kotkaniemi in the middle. I am not upset with this pick at all. 31's a hot way to start, but then that's crazy. I have to go with the outlier because I wouldn't know which 24 to pick, and I wouldn't want to pick the wrong one. So we're going to the left card this time around. Yo, there's no way. How did I forget? How did I forget that Kirill the Thrill had 24? I'm pretty sure I even said it. I am taking the biggest mental note of that, and I will forget next round. But we do get Nugent Hopkins, who's also very good. Again, not Kirill the Thrill. But anyway, we are going to have another stellar player here off to the left with 52 game-winning goals. Damn, that's kind of crazy. Could have had Clayton Keller off to the right, 24 game-winning goals. Instead, we get Shanahan. You know what? He's actually kind of had a resurgence, I think. Okay, now I'm fired up. I just did my research, and it turns out that Sean has 20 points in 22 games this year. So he is, in fact, having a resurgence. Let's go. This quadrant is going to be disgusting. Wow. They're not making it easy here, but I think we're guaranteed to get a gem. Although I'm 99% sure that we have not taken 55 or 56, I know for a fact that we have not taken 49, so that's where we're headed. Could not miss here at all. We have JT Miller on the left. We have Braden Shen in the middle, Braden Point on the right. Jackson Tyson Miller is joining our team. I don't know why, but I feel like I forgot to write down a forward, and I hope that's not the case. 26, 32, and we are going down the mid-ski. Right. So apparently Raquel is kind of clutch. He has 32 game-winning goals. Andrei Svechnikov has 26 on the left. That would have been nice. But you know what? I can't complain because our team is already nasty. All right, Rickard Rackle, as I like to call you. 6 game-winning goals makes its return 75. Oh no, how many did Malkin have? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Was it 75? I don't care. We're risking it. It was not 75. At least I don't think. I guess he could also have 75. But we get Patrick Kane, who is still a decent overall, I think. Sam Steele making his return. And we also could have had Gensel, which would have been fire. But it is what it is. Here is our penultimate forward. You know what? Give me 3. Ooh. It is Paul Cotter. You know what? He's actually looking real good. He's even growing on Pasha, but that's not saying much considering he is a Devils fan. 5 game-winning goals makes its return. I am very confident that we have not taken anybody with 28, so we are finishing our whole team actually, with 28 goals. Game-winning of game... That one. That's actually kind of devastating. We could have had Seth to the right. He's a beauty. Byfield, both very young, talented players. Instead, we get Granny Smith. He's still good, though. All right, folks, you know the drill. Let's head over to NHL 25, assemble this team, and see if we can win that Stanley Cup. All right, here we are on NHL 25. We have the divisions randomized a little bit. I'm not sure if it's the same randomizer every time. I don't really pay attention, but we do have the Glendale Gladiators 92 overall. That does make us the best team in the NHL, with the Dallas Stars being the second best at 91. Hello there, jabroni. Nope, this team has to at least have decent chemistry, right, guys? Guys, our first preseason game is going against the Florida Panthers, so it's going to be Bobrovsky and Spencer Knight going head-to-head. It felt weird saying Florida. I'm just so used to saying Florida. Moment of truth. It is time to edit the lines if I can find out where to do it. There we go. Took me a second, but we got there. Will we have chemistry? Oh, yeah, we will. +5 on the first line. Is that any good? Spoiler alert. Yeah, Yeah, it is. We also got a +2 ski on the second line, Nuge, Monahan, and Marchessault. And then we have Dvorak, Roy, and Cotter with a +1. Our third line is very solid overall-wise. A 0. It's better than being red. Does JT Miller really have better faceoffs than Malkin? I mean, probably, right? Oh, wow. Malkin sucks in the dot. I kind of wanted to do that because Miller is center/left wing, whereas Malkin's just center. But considering Gino is terrible at faceoffs, I guess. Defensively, we're also chilling. We've got Jacob and Charlie bit me with a +5. Bernard Docker, Keandre Miller, and Suter McCabe. They have 0, but you know what? Again, it's not red. Tending the goal, we have...
Oh, what's his name? Poplinski?
Bobrovsky!
89 overall. He's got 4 abilities. Stewie is going to be the backup at 84 overall. We have a team here. I think we were $5 million over the cap, so that's not too bad. I'm going to say that Malkin gets the most points for our team. He gets 89, and we get a total of 47 wins this season. Let's simulate. Starting off with a convincing 8-2 victory, and then we beat the Senators 8-1. Oh my, we are on a rip. It would be the Winnipeg Jets to take us down to. We face Ottawa again the 3rd time already, and we dished them their 3rd L. That's just unfortunate scheduling right there for the Senators. We finally lost in regulation to the Vancouver Canucks, a record of 10-1-2. This might be the greatest team ever assembled. The Winnipeg Jets get the better of us in a shootout this time. I think it was just overtime in the previous matchup. It is insane that we are 17-2-5. 3-5, thanks Utah. And the Jets really aren't that far behind us. Pending some insane collapse, I think I did us dirty with the 47 wins. We should easily be getting to 50. And at this pace, even beyond that, we might be getting close to 60. I wonder what my record is for most wins in a season for a draft of any kind. We're at 37 wins and we still have 4 weeks, well, 3.5, until the trade deadline. What was Boston's record again? Was it 65 wins? I don't know if we'll get there, but that would be nuts. If we beat the Bolts here, we have 47 wins at the deadline. Are you kidding me? That was my prediction for the whole season. As this wasn't a fantasy draft, I've decided to come into the deadline just to see who's available, and holy crap. We've got Bradley, 89 overall available. We have Shea Theodore, Rasmus Anderson. What's going on? This could be historic. No, we're not getting to that mark, obviously. But 57 wins, I would say, is still very achievable. All right, now we just suck. We lost 3 games in a row. Post-trade deadline can even happen to this team, allegedly. 54 if we beat the Islanders, and we do not. So we finished the season with 53 wins, 118 points. That should be enough for the Presidents. Our first round opponent is the Oilers. Are you kidding me? Our reward for finishing first in the NHL is Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in the first round nonetheless. We did win our division, which isn't really a surprise. I was kind of tracking that in the bottom right-hand corner. But did we win the Presidents? Oh my word, barely. Colorado hot on our tail, only 1 point less. They actually had 3 more wins, but we just lost a lot of games in overtime. Love to see it. It is the top 16 teams that qualified. None of this wild card nonsense. I underestimated this man. Evgeny Malkin, 99 points. He was so close to 100. Patrick Kane, 97. JT Miller, 96. That first line was unreal. And then we have Charlie McAvoy. What a drop-off. 96 to 57? Marchessault had 56. Nuge, 54. That second line does not seem to be clicking. Incredible stats from our netminders. 42 wins, 11 losses, 11 overtime losses, 2 shutouts, and a 921. Stewie had a 918. Both of them did very good. Georgiev does lead the league with 50 wins. Colorado was right on our tail, and I guess he must have played the majority of the games. Well, no, 66 to 64, so I don't... How does that work? 11 overtime losses looks crazy. I mean, I guess there's 9 down there for Markstrom, but the double digits, unheard of. Saros, Hellebuck, Mrazek, and Markstrom all had 5 shutouts. Jakey O down there was 7, and Georgiev had 4. He had a 918. Bucky with a 924. That's real good. Is a defenseman about to win the Art Ross? Cale Makar has 124 points, 103 hamburger helpers. What is this guy on? He's not going to get it because... Here's the 2 players we have in the first round, McDavid and Draisaitl, 129 and 128 respectively. 61 tucks for Leo. At least they don't have Stuart Skinner. That'll do us good. Gonna look at their lines ever so briefly here. It doesn't look like they really made many changes. Defensively, look about the same, and in net they have Calvin as the starter with Dalia backing him up. First 3 games, everybody knows the rules. Let's see what kind of situation we get ourselves in. We take a 6-3 L to the Oilers. Second game is a 4-2 win, all right. And a 4-3 overtime win. Let's go. They cannot win in the next 2 games, so we are going to sim them, and it is a 6-2 W followed by a 3-1 series clinching dub. Next up, we have the Smashville Predators, who actually swept their first round opponent. Let's have a look at those lines, Nashville. Let's check it out. Philippe Forsberg should be a capital. Steven Stamkos and Nyquist, their first line. We took Marchessault. I was going to say, where is he? Kuzmenko, O'Reilly, and Evangelista, their second line. Defensively, they've got Roman Josi, of course. Spurgeon. Wow, Shea and Petrie as a second pair. Even their third pair is real good. And of course, they have this guy in net. So this is going to be a tall task. First 3 games. Everybody knows them rules, and we are going to start off with a 2-1 L to the Smashville Predators. Oh no. Okay, we took a win. Let's see if we can win this one and make it a best of 3. We do. Can't lie to you, I was kind of scared there for a second. I mean, I still am. You haven't earned a real-time sim. You haven't done it. Push a game 7 and we'll talk. What a joke. The final is between the Smashville Predators and the Chicago Blackhawks, and it is going to be a Stanley Cup headed to Tennessee. Manitoba Moose are your Calder Cup champions. We just did not perform in the playoffs. 9 points from Malkin, Monahan, and Keandre Miller. Look at him go. Then we had a bunch of players with 8, but nobody was point a game. We can't blame old Bobby here because he had some good stats, so net minding, not our issue. You see what I see. A 926 save percentage is incredible. Logan Thompson had a 923 with the Capitals, which is wild considering his record was 8-7-0. Defensively, Seth Jones was the leader. He had 19 points in 21 games played. Yossi's up there. Cale Makar, I mean, he had over point a game. He just didn't get too many games in. Your Conn Smythe winner is going to be Steven Stamkos. He got 26 points, and we have 23 for Kuzmenko and Kucherov, who did it in 19 games, though. Jake and Bake, just over point a game there. He had 11 goals, 12 for Bedsy. Yart Ross goes to Connor, but his teammate Leon is going to get the Hart. Cale Makar with the Norris. It would be crazy to give that to anyone else. Lady Bing belongs to Leon. Macklin Celebrini gets the Calder. Stamkos did in fact get the Conn Smythe. Hellebuck with the Vezina, but Freddie gets the William M. Jennings, shared with Kochetkov. We could have had him. Colton Parayko with the Bill Masterton. He was also on the screen at some point, so possibly could have had him as well. Richardson gets the Jack Adams. Sidney the Kidney with the Selke. Leon just gets another trophy because why not? And how about we just give him one more? You know? Might as well pile on. Here is the tree of the playoff variety. Did not go our way. We didn't get the Stanley Cup, our first for NHL 25. Yep, we're still on a cold streak. We did win the President's Trophy, though, which doesn't really mean anything if you can't perform in the playoffs. I thought this could have been the one, but evidently, I was wrong.